Good morning and welcome to Let's Talk Stocks. I'm Giselle Mills, and here's a look at what we have coming up on today's program. We begin with a look at the market ahead of the opening bell. Today, we're talking entertainment, investment, tourism risk, and of course, where the money is. One of Jamaica's most influential entertainment entrepreneurs joins us this morning. He is Kamal Banke. He has helped build some of the country's most recognizable entertainment brands, including Dream Weekend and Exodus Carnival. We'll discuss the business of entertainment, from investment and risk to leadership, tourism, and the economics of building world-class experiences. And we'll wrap the show with Kamal in a quick fire round and or finish the sentence game. So stick around. The market opens in just moments, and we're here to bring you the insights, conversations, and context you need before the trading day begins. I'm Giselle Mills, and this is Let's Talk Stocks. Your opening market view is coming up after the break.
Gardening coming along well.
Thanks, man. You know, it's a long time I've been working at it.
I can see that. I saw your mail by the gate, so I'll pick it up for you. But tell me something, why are you still receiving dividend checks by mail?
What do you mean about that?
You need to give JCSD a mandate.
You know me hear about the mandate them? I'm going over there right now.
A mandate means giving instructions to the Jamaica Central Securities Depository Limited, JCSD, relating to the handling of your dividend or interest payment. There are three types of mandates. The first is a bank mandate. The second is a hold mandate. Lastly, we have what we call a third-party mandate, with which the investor may wish to send their dividend or interest to someone other than the parties on their account or institution of their choice.
Good morning and welcome back to Let's Talk Stocks. I'm Giselle Mills. As the market prepares to open, we begin with your market snapshot. We are tracking the Jamaica Stock Exchange and key international markets, influencing investor sentiment, capital flows, and business confidence. Starting locally, the Jamaica Stock Exchange main market closed Thursday's session in positive territory. The JSE index advanced by 2,822.41 points, or 0.76%, to close at 374,004.07 points. The JSE All Jamaican Composite Index advanced by 3,631.95 points, or 0.82%, to close at 445,712.34 points. The JSE Combined Index added 2,580.93 points, or 0.69%, to close at 378,391.64 points. Total Jamaican dollar market volume reached 346.0 million units, valued at Jamaican $3.2 billion. Those gains signal support for the broader market, although one transaction heavily influenced turnover. The JSE Junior Market Index moved in the opposite direction. It declined by 16.40 points, or 0.56%, to close at 2,896.67 points. That divergence points to softer confidence among small and medium-sized listed companies. Overall market activity resulted from trading in 107 stocks, with 43 advancing, 43 declining, and 21 trading firm. The even split shows that headline index gains were not matched by broad market participation. Volume leaders were led by West Indies Petroleum Terminal with 320.0 million units. Dollar Financial Services followed with 4.8 million units, while Fontana traded 4.5 million units. West Indies Petroleum Terminal accounted for 92.10% of overall volume. That concentration matters because it makes total turnover a less complete measure of confidence across the market. The top advancers were Knoxford Express Services, up 11.90%, and Innovative Energy Group, up 11.83%. Kingston Properties added 10.76%, while Iron Rock Insurance climbed 10.00%. Paramount Trading gained 9.89%. The leading decliners were First Rock Real Estate Investments, down 18.63%, and Berger Paints down 14.35%. Jamaica Public Service Company 7% preference shares shed 11.76%. In the U.S. dollar market, the U.S. equities index declined by 6.32 points, or 1.98%, to 313.12 points. Productive Business Solutions fell 14.91% to close at US $0.67. The move adds another note of caution around foreign currency securities. Now for the international market, Wall Street closed sharply lower on Thursday. The Dow Jones Industrial Average declined by 703.84 points, or 1.32%, to 52,759.21 points. The S&P 500 declined by 66.82 points, or 0.87%, to 7,641.16 points. The Nasdaq Composite shed 263.92 points, or 1.00%, to 26,067.17 points. The technology-heavy Nasdaq led the retreat, signaling reduced appetite for growth assets. In Europe, the FTSE 100 closed higher at 10,748.16 points. The DAX declined by 0.42% to 25,983.04 points. The CAC 40 fell 0.57% to 8,453.09 points. In Asia, the Asian markets were mixed. The Nikkei 225 declined by 0.68% to 65,768.87 points. The Hang Seng advanced by 0.80% to 25,698.49 points. The Shanghai Composite eased 0.24% to 3,903.72 points. Brent crude climbed 2.56% to US $93.20 a barrel, while West Texas Intermediate WTI added 2.02% to US $86.21 a barrel. Higher oil prices can increase transportation costs, inflationary pressures, and foreign exchange demand across the Caribbean economies. Gold advanced by approximately 3% to US $4,500 an ounce. The move suggests increased demand for safe haven assets and can affect investor and business confidence when equity markets come under pressure. And that's it for your market figures. A reminder that market movements should be assessed within your own financial goals, risk appetite, and investment horizon. Speak with a licensed financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Coming up on the other side of the break, we'll discuss the business of entertainment, from investment and risk to leadership, tourism, and the economics of building world-class experiences with Kamal Banki. You're watching Let's Talk Stocks on CBX, connecting you to the market, the economy, and the opportunities shaping businesses across Jamaica and the wider Caribbean. Stay with us.
In today's world, attention is valuable, visibility matters, and powerful storytelling can shape influence, build brands, and drive connections. This is CBX, a dynamic media and production division of the Jamaica Stock Exchange. CBX helps businesses, institutions, and leaders connect with audiences in powerful ways. From real-time market updates to live streaming, digital campaigns, executive features, social media management, and large-scale social projects, CBX delivers content with purpose, precision, and impact. We create moments that inform, experiences that engage, and content that moves audiences across platforms and across the region, whether on screen, online, in studio, or on location. CBX helps businesses amplify their voice and elevate their presence. Powered by creativity, strategy, technology, and execution, CBX brings together media production, digital storytelling, and communications expertise under one integrated network. CBX, creating content, driving conversations, elevating businesses. CBX, your vision, your business, your source.
Caribbean Flavors and Fragrances Limited has been a part of Jamaica's manufacturing landscape for over 20 years. By crafting unique flavors and fragrances, we have become a part of your favorite household and food items such as beverages, ice cream, household cleaners, and much more. Known throughout the Caribbean for the highest quality, we continue to innovate with strong leadership, a dedicated team with integrity. We go the extra mile for our customers. Create the next taste sensation. Contact us at 876-923-5111 or visit our website, Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn pages.
Gardening coming along well.
Thanks, man. You know, it's a long time I've been working at it.
I can see that. I saw your mail by the gate, so I'll pick it up for you. But tell me something. Why are you still receiving dividend checks by mail?
What do you mean about that?
You need to give JCST a mandate.
You know, me hear about the mandate them. I'm going over there right now.
A mandate means giving instructions to the Jamaica Securities Depository Limited, JCST, relating to the handling of your dividend or interest payment. There are 3 types of mandates. The first is a bank mandate. The second is a hold mandate. Lastly, we have what we call a third-party mandate, with which the investor may wish to send their dividend or interest to someone other than the parties on their account or institution of their choice.
Caribbean Flavors and Fragrances. It started out as a small family-owned business, and now we're a part of a large group of companies. Being listed on the stock exchange allows us a certain prestige. It also speaks to accountability and transparency. We had some fears about getting our information in the public domain, but once we contacted the Jamaica Stock Exchange, who have the knowledge and the experience to guide us, we were comfortable with getting into the process. If you have any doubts about being listed, just give the Jamaica Stock Exchange a call. They'll be very happy to take you through the process and also provide you with information that you may need. Make that call now.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Stocks. I'm Druselle Mills. My guest today is one of Jamaica's most prominent entertainment entrepreneurs. From DJing and hosting parties as a teenager to co-founding Dream Weekend, serving as chairman of Exodus Carnival and Carnival in Jamaica, and helping to build some of the island's most recognizable entertainment brands. Kamal Banke has played a major role in shaping Jamaica's entertainment and tourism landscape. Today, we're looking beyond the events themselves to examine the business behind the experience, investment, leadership, risk management, and the economic opportunities within Jamaica's creative industries. Kamal Banke, welcome to Let's Talk Stocks.
Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you here today. So, Kamal, many people know the brands and events you have helped build, but they may not know the business journey behind them. How did you transition from hosting parties as a teenager to building and leading major enterprises now?
It was fairly slow and steady. You know, you kind of graduate from being a teenager throwing very, very organic events to more structured events over time. And eventually those grow and swell, year on year, you progress. And, I ended up at 22, 23 years old with parties with 5,000 people.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. So this leads me to my next question. Was there a particular moment when you realized entertainment could be more than just, getting 5,000 people, but this is where you place it and say, yes, man, this can be a serious business?
Yes. During my college years at UWI, when I was also doing events, obviously, I was able to purchase a car for myself. So, tangible asset building while being in university allowed me to say, well, I'm going to university to learn, build skills, whatever, but also eventually acquire assets. And I was doing that from what would be my side, operation, which is doing events. So that allowed me to be like, if I keep doing this, I can acquire more and more assets, and then there's value in that.
Yes, there's an old Jamaican saying that goes, encouragement sweeten labor.
Absolutely.
So the car sweetened the labor to what Dream Weekend.
And it allowed me to work more and work in more diverse locations around Jamaica. So it facilitated, of course, the growth.
Nice. Dream Weekend has grown into one of Jamaica's most recognizable entertainment brands. What were some of the key business decisions that drove that growth?
It started with partnership. Finding the right partners, obviously like-minded, who share, the goal and vision to grow a global entertainment brand, from what we would call a local regional brand to create something special and, what is now considered Jamaica's premier global international destination festival.
All right. So we know that Dream Weekend not only drags our local crowd, but it's overseas. People that are in Canada, people that are in America, and the list goes on.
UK especially, yes.
All right, UK. So beyond ticket sales, what numbers or indicators tell you that an event or brand has been successful?
I mean, patron experience feedback, aside from ticket sales, there's also other revenue drivers in terms of our events, so liquor sales, stuff like that. Those things form part of the revenue streams that, of course, round out what we consider the overall revenue for the event. So, you can have high ticket sales, low, alcohol sales, whatever in the events, and then you wonder why, whatever. Patron satisfaction is generally highest when you have high attendance and high liquor sales.
Nice. So stepping away from that part of the business over to the money side now a little bit. When we talk about investment in Jamaica, the conversation often centers around sectors like financial services, tourism, manufacturing, and real estate. Why should investors take Jamaica's entertainment and creative industry seriously?
So the first thing is that people always say, what's your asset? And, a lot of people say, well, the asset for entertainment is obviously IP, because we build brands and whatever. But the true asset is cash flow. Because the reality is that although, you have IP, whether in, what we'd call creative industries, whatever, can you bank the cash flow? And the truth of the matter is that in entertainment, the cash flow is there. And those things are obviously things that people can see. So when we, do our events and we make our deposits and we earn our revenue, all those things, the ticket sales are all tracked. And it's bankable over time. So, of course, when you look on those things, track record, somebody looking to invest can say, well, show me what your 5-year revenue is. And then from there, it'd be like, okay, the revenue is healthy. We would like to invest based on revenue assumptions.
So this leads me back to the conversation surrounding even education, because you mentioned that you used to host parties in while you were in university. What role did education play for you in managing money and managing all of these weights?
Sure. I mean, I graduated from UA with a management studies degree, and doing that degree obviously helped me to round out different skill sets, from managing Excel sheets, obviously marketing, accounting, finance, social sciences, understanding, behavior, consumer behaviors and social things. So those things also allowed me to have diverse skill sets that apply directly to the whole landscape of entertainment hospitality.
Nice. So events, we did discover events like Dream Weekend and Carnival attracts thousands of visitors who spend across multiple sectors.
Sure.
How significant is that impact on Jamaica's economy?
Critical. I mean, when we had COVID, the COVID Economic Recovery Task Force did a study on the economic impact of entertainment and the lack thereof during that time. And what they found is that there was somewhere in the region of about $90 billion, which is significant in terms of what the economic impact of large-scale events, hospitality, nightlife, restaurants contribute to the economy annually. And that, of course, is a significant number. More recently, they did some more studies with Statin and whatever. And, what we see is that they say it's somewhere between 5% to 10% of GDP.
Right. So entertainment plays an important role, right? So,
and not just like the pure entertainment in terms of events, but nightlife and hospitality, so nightclubs,
so
restaurants,
because
bars.
Jamaicans are a part of all of that. We
Right,
don't
those things form our entertainment landscape.
Yes.
Day in, day out. Not just a festival season, but day in, day out.
Yeah, that's important. So my next question is, are we doing enough to maximize that economic value?
I think if the formal business sector and investors take a better look at the revenue streams from entertainment, large entertainment products, medium to large entertainment products, they'll see bankable IP that they can invest in. And those things will allow us to achieve economies of scale, which will allow us to grow and then further our reach. Obviously, we're based here in Jamaica, but we operate regionally. And from there, being Jamaica is a great hub, we can then now take that capital, invest and grow regionally.
That's true, because as you've mentioned rightfully, it's not just about the parties. It's genuinely the restaurants, it's the bars, it's the lounges, everything that ties in. Because people coming from America or whichever, Canada, internationally, they want to experience Jamaica. They not only want to be in the parties, but they want to sit down, have a nice meal. And they don't want their usual, what they call it, the pasta. They want a Jamaican twist to it. So that's important. All right, so you've worked with government, private sector partners, and major international brands. What's the biggest lesson you have learned about leadership and managing risk?
First of all, leadership is really about people. You have to understand, A, what your consumers want and how your staff can continue to be motivated throughout the process. You have to lead your staff from the front, you have to be hands-on, roll up your sleeves and deliver a great product, and of course work closely with them to refine the product over time. Taking consumer experience, taking consumer feedback, working back within your team. So leadership obviously has that face all across the globe, whether you're in entertainment or stocks or tech or whatever it is, corporate, whatever it is. It's the same for leadership. In terms of how you look at, working with this leadership team and growing business, this is critical because when you now start to approach different markets and different territories, you will say, okay, how can I apply these learnings? How can I apply these best practices to make sure that the business grows, consumers remain happy?
Yeah, nice. As you mentioned rightfully, leadership is not just about, seeing the money. It's about when the hard times catch you, roll up your sleeve, get active, try to help your staff.
Sure.
All right. Entertainment is a high-risk business. I remember earlier in our conversation you mentioned about ticket sales and crowd maybe not coming out that you expect. You can invest heavily in an event and still face weather challenges. We saw Hurricane Melissa, we saw even the COVID times, attendance, economic or operational challenges. How do you assess risk before putting significant resources behind a project? Because that's something we have to think about.
Sure. So entertainment events generally grow from, like a single event or something like that into, multi-day events. When you have had success, year to year on a single event. Yes, you may encounter some challenges, but you pick yourself back up, whatever. And then you move through and you start to do multi-day events. Those things, you're planning them 12 months for the year. Your, ticket sales and stuff like that is a 11-month rolling cycle. And those things obviously feed into, monthly cash flows. Now, of course, there can be a crisis happening, with a hurricane or stuff like that, or COVID. And you have to, first of all, build a reputable company. When when COVID happened, and of course our economy was shut down and our entertainment industry was shut down, we were able to say to people, listen, you've been with us for 15 years. Whenever this is over, come back. We'll be here. And they had the consumers had confidence that, yes, Jamaica would reopen, even after Melissa, when that damaged the West, the West would be rebuilt, and then what would happen? We would come back and produce a product that they could come and support and enjoy. So, of course, there was a delay in delivering on what we were selling, but at the end of the day, everybody got what they paid for.
Nice. And this leads us to the conversation. The viewers tuning in, no, they realize that no, entertainment is more than what meets the eyes.
Sure.
You have to have the knowledge. You have to think about everything there is. You put in maybe $2 million in an event, maybe you don't make it back. All right. So finally, Kamal, what's next for you? Are there any projects or initiatives in the pipeline that we should be watching out for this year?
I mean, I've obviously, I own a restaurant lounge called Ribby's, so that I've diversified into like the brick and mortar space with some other partners. So of course, not just festivals, not just, carnival events, stuff like that. So more brick and mortar business. And I hope, of course, to invest heavily in the Jamaican stock market.
Yes, and we're excited to have you. And Ribby's is one of those names that's a household name. Everyone knows Ribby's.
Yes.
So we know the face behind Ribby's.
One of them.
One of
three, yes.
One of three. Because you have, what's his name again? Mr. Ribby.
Really John, of
yes.
course.
All right. So thank you so much, Kamal, for joining us this morning. We take a quick break and we return. When we return, we will have a quick fire round and or finish the sentence game segment with Kamal. More Let's Talk Stocks returns right after the break. Stay with us.
Project marks a celebration of our 30th Hall of Fame and aims to highlight the achievements, challenges, and invaluable lessons of those who have shaped and are shaping the future of our economy. Our aim is to celebrate the voices and stories of 30 remarkable leaders in Jamaica's private sector. Join us as we explore these narratives of resilience, leadership, and vision.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Stocks. This final segment looks a bit different for us this morning. We are closing out this show with a little quick fire round and a finish the sentence mind teaser game. Kamal, are you ready?
It's born ready.
All right, so 60 seconds. DJ booth or boardroom?
DJ booth.
Dream weekend or carnival?
Tough. Dream weekend.
Kingston or Negril?
Kingston.
Biggest risk take or teenage Kamal or Kamal today?
Teenage Kamal.
Early bird or night owl?
Night owl, for sure.
One word that describes entrepreneurship.
Sacrifice.
Coffee or energy drinks during event season?
Water.
The best business decision you have ever made?
To double down on my passion.
Ribbies or home?
Ribbies.
All right, so this leads us to finish the sentence round. Jamaica's entertainment industry needs more
Risk takers.
Young,
Investors.
all right, risk takers, investors. Young entrepreneurs need to stop
Following trends and set their own.
All right, we need a little ding, 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 ding noise. The biggest lesson business has taught me is?
How to pick myself back up from adversity.
Interesting. Success means?
Success means to be able to have freedom.
Freedom. The future of carnival in Jamaica is?
Bigger and better.
A great leader must always?
Listen to his staff and consumers.
My next big focus is?
Growing my businesses post Melissa and post COVID.
Nice, still recovering. In 10 years, Jamaica's entertainment sector will be?
The biggest in the Caribbean by far.
My younger self would be surprised that?
That I'm still doing this.
Dream Weekend is?
The biggest and best thing in Jamaica.
Confidence. Confident. Thank you, Kamal. That's all we have for the game segment. That was Kamal Banke, one of Jamaica's most prominent entertainment entrepreneurs. He has helped build some of the country's most recognizable entertainment brands, including Dream Weekend, the Ribbies, and Exodus Carnival. We discussed the business of entertainment from investment and risk to leadership, tourism, and the economics of building world-class experiences. This brings us to the end of today's show. Thank you for joining us. Be sure to tune in Monday morning at 8:30 a.m. right here on CBX for another edition of Let's Talk Stocks. I'm Drissel Mills. Have a great day and a great weekend. Be safe.